1979 and Rhodesia was at a tipping point as Ian Smith's white minority government battled to stay in power after nearly 15 years of intermittent civil war. A year later, Zimbabwe was born with Robert Mugabe at its head.
He appeals to the liberation era. He's also appeals to people who feel empowered or who feel that he has done a lot in terms of the land redistribution post-2000, and also that, he's challenging the Western model. He's challenged to the UK, to the EU, to the United States. Does have a lot of resonance for many, not just Zimbabweans, but for many Africans.
The young Mugabe had spent 10 years in prison for subversion in the 1960s. An avowed Marxist, he became a symbol of African independence from European colonial powers. His ZANU party swept to power in Zimbabwe's first free elections in 1980.
For the first few years, I think you have to say that Mugabe was a very wise leader. There were some major catastrophes, particularly by the use of too much force to put down what he thought was a rebellion in the west side of the country. But really, for the first 10, perhaps even 15 years, Mugabe led the country very, very well.
But over more than 30 years, the image of Mugabe has shifted from freedom fighter to that of dictator. He and his party stand accused of trampling on press and judicial freedom, as well as human rights abuses. Power cuts, economic instability and food shortages become a regular feature of life. On the international stage, Mugabe is alienated, the EU imposing sanctions in 2002, as well as a visa ban on Mugabe and many of his entourage. The 2008 elections saw Mugabe lose in the first round to opposition candidate Morgan Tsvangirai. But when his rival withdraws, citing violence against his supporters, Mugabe is sworn in. Africa's oldest leader began a new 5-year term in August 2013 after again winning disputed elections, and has not ruled out running again, by which time he'll be 94.